My name is Mark Busby. I am the climbing category manager for Scarpa North America. Within each of the categories we've got a range of shoes. Some of them are more supportive, some of them are more supple, some of them are lace, some of them are Velcro. I'll start with our performance part of the line. There's the Vapor family and the Instinct family. And I think the easiest way to look at these shoes is if we take the Instinct VS and the Vapor V and kind of do a bit of a compare and contrast, because if you understand how these two shoes relate to each other, you can see how the rest of the families work. On first acquaintance, the shoes might appear quite similar, but as we go into the shoe in detail, we see where one performs and the other performs in a different way. So to start off with, both of them have got a curve, both of them are lightly asymmetric. On the underneath, we can see that both have got the partial length outsole, but that's kind of really where the similarities stop. We can see that on the Instinct VS, we've got a really great technical heel. This is one of probably the best heels in the industry at the moment. It's a great heel hooking heel, super technical. On this guy, we can see that we've got this slightly more relaxed, slightly more ribbed, slightly more comfort oriented heel. So this is the starting kind of point of the divergence of the two families. Flip the two shoes over and you can see on the front of the Instinct we've got this really aggressive ribbed toe patch. The person that's climbing in this shoe is going to be using a lot of technical toe hooks. They're going to be using their feet in ways that you just have to in modern climbing. Now, when we go into the Vapor, we see that the depth and the size of that toe patch is reduced. This climber is still going to be toe hooking, but not to the same degree, the number of times on a given problem or a route. Here we've got this almost suction closure to the shoe, and here we've got cushioned tongue. So we can see that there's an absolute difference between the two, the way the shoes are being built. The two shoes have got the same shape of active band, but the degree of energy that's put into the Instinct here and the Instinct family is to a greater degree than in the Vapor family. So this will give a nice, gentle, soft rebound throughout the day. This is going to be a shoe that performs really well to a high standard over longer periods. This is going to be a more aggressive, more charged shoe, so the kickback in this is going to be more dynamic and more powerful. For Spring 16, this has become available. This is the Vapor Lace. It's got that single piece, minimal stitching, synthetic upper that's got this welding around it, so it's a really, really good, solid, supportive fit, and your foot stays in it really, really well. It's got the full length outsole contrasted to the partial length outsole in the Vapor, so it's a more supportive shoe. A great shoe for Smith Rocks, a great shoe for, Shelf Road, a great shoe for kind of like vertical, small edges. It's also got a slightly more chiseled kind of profile, so this is going to be a nice crack shoe as well. It's definitely a comfortable performance shoe, and so the natural thing to do was to add the girls' version to that. All the characteristics that we see here have been applied onto a female last, and I think now we've got this family that's sort of becoming, complete really. So that's the women's Vapor Lace. We then pull out the next new shoe. So this is a beautiful shoe, and it's a great addition to the line. It used to be a red leather shoe, and we wanted to update it and bring it in line with the rest of the family. And we also wanted to make some changes so that technically it complemented what we've got in the line already. We took a decision to make it in a synthetic rather than a leather. The welding that we had on the Vapor Lace was something that we were really happy with, so we applied it more widely over the new Instinct Lace. So this means that the whole upper is held onto your foot really, really securely. It's got the same bi-tension active randing as the rest of the line, which pulls the forefoot back and up onto your foot, so you've got an incredible performance fit. We wanted to apply this Instinct VS heel onto this shoe, so that's why we went with a slightly longer outsole than we've got on the Instinct VS, but it's not a full length outsole. That was really important. The toe profile is slightly different. So what you can see on the Instinct VS, we've got this kind of more crimped sort of toe, so it throws your toes into more of a crimped sort of shape, and that throws your weight over the footholds. Whereas this guy, you can see it's a more acute kind of angle, and the idea is that this means that we can get deeper into pockets, and we can kind of also use it in sort of narrower cracks if we wanted to. So it's a complementary shoe to the Instinct VS, an incredibly comfortable shoe. Straight out of the box, it's something that just fits onto your foot and fits beautifully, and to get that degree of fit and performance in a shoe like this is really rare. So we're really happy with it.